Welcome back to Car Show 1, the place where we take you deep into the world of cars, from timeless classics to futuristic machines. Today, we are going back in time to explore a car that marked a turning point not just for its maker but for the entire Japanese automotive industry. This is the story of the 1960 Nissan Gloria, a car that combined elegance, ambition, and innovation in a way that would set the tone for Nissan's luxury lineup for decades to come. So sit back and get ready as we bring you the full story of one of Japan's most important early luxury sedans. The year was 1960, and Japan was changing rapidly. The country had begun to recover from the devastation of World War II, and with its booming economy came a growing middle and upper class that wanted more refined, luxurious automobiles. Until then, most Japanese cars were compact and practical, designed for affordability and efficiency. But Nissan saw an opportunity to move into the luxury car market and show the world that Japan could build vehicles that rivaled the best from Europe and America. The result was the Nissan Gloria, a car that would become a symbol of status and sophistication. The Gloria actually started life as a Prince Motor Company design. Prince, a smaller but innovative Japanese automaker, was known for its luxury-oriented cars, and the Gloria was introduced as their flagship in 1959. By 1960, the car was refined and beginning to attract attention. A few years later, in 1966, Prince would merge with Nissan, and the Gloria became part of the Nissan lineup, but its legacy began right at this moment in 1960. That year's Gloria was one of the most advanced cars Japan had to offer, a model that symbolized pride and ambition. The 1960 Nissan Gloria was an elegant four-door sedan, and its styling reflected a mix of Japanese design sensibilities with influences from American cars of the era. It had a clean, balanced silhouette, with a long hood and a short rear deck that gave it a sense of proportion and dignity. The front end featured a wide chrome grille with horizontal slats, flanked by round headlights that gave the car a slightly formal, commanding presence. The body lines were smooth, not overly complicated, but with subtle curves that added grace. Chrome trim ran along the sides, emphasizing its premium status, while the rear carried distinctive tail fins, a nod to the American styling trends of the late 50s and early 60s. But beyond its exterior, the Gloria was designed to be a comfortable, luxurious car. Inside, it offered features that were not common in most Japanese cars at the time. The cabin was spacious and well-appointed, with plush seating for 5 passengers. The dashboard was carefully laid out, combining functionality with style, and materials like polished wood and chrome accents gave the car an upscale feel. Nissan wanted the Gloria to be more than just transportation, it was a car meant to make its driver and passengers feel special. Powering the 1960 Nissan Gloria was a 1.9-liter inline-4 engine, producing around 80 horsepower. By modern standards, that may not sound like much, but in 1960 Japan, it was impressive. The engine was smooth and reliable, and when paired with either a manual or automatic transmission, it gave the Gloria a driving experience that was refined and confident. This was not a sports car, but it was capable of cruising comfortably at higher speeds, something that was becoming increasingly important as Japan built more modern highways. The Gloria proved that Japanese cars could offer both comfort and performance, not just economy. What also set the Gloria apart was its technology. It was among the first Japanese cars to offer features like power windows, a luxury that was unheard of in most of the country's automobiles at the time. It also came with improved suspension, giving it a smoother ride than the smaller, more basic cars many Japanese were used to. These touches helped establish the Gloria as a serious contender in the luxury car market. In Japan, owning a 1960 Nissan Gloria was a statement. It wasn't just about getting from one place to another, it was about success, sophistication, and embracing modernity. Business executives, government officials, and celebrities were drawn to the Gloria because it represented something new, a Japanese car that could stand proudly alongside European and American luxury sedans. For Nissan, the Gloria was more than just a car, it was proof that they could create something world-class. Over time, the Gloria would evolve and remain in production for many years, eventually becoming one of Nissan's most respected luxury sedans. Later models would get 6-cylinder engines, more advanced features, and increasingly stylish designs, and by the 70s and 80s, the Gloria had become a true rival to cars like the Toyota Crown and even some European imports. But the 1960 model holds a special place because it was the first to capture that spirit of luxury and ambition in Japan's automotive history. When we think about the global car industry in the 1960s, most people immediately think of Detroit muscle cars, British sports cars, or German engineering. Japan, at that time, was just starting to make its mark. The Gloria was one of the cars that helped change global perception. While it wasn't exported widely in its earliest years, it demonstrated that Japanese automakers could compete in segments beyond economy cars. It laid the groundwork for future models like the Nissan Cedric, the later generations of Gloria, and even the luxury Infiniti brand that Nissan would launch decades later for the international market. For car enthusiasts today, the 1960 Nissan Gloria is a rare and fascinating classic. Because relatively few were produced compared to mass-market cars, surviving examples are highly sought after by collectors. Those who restore and preserve these cars appreciate not only their style and engineering but also their historical significance. The Gloria represents a time when Japan was just beginning to find its identity in the automotive world, and it remains a symbol of the country's determination and vision. Driving a 1960 Nissan Gloria today would feel like stepping back into a moment of optimism and pride. The sound of its four-cylinder engine, the smoothness of its ride, and the view over its chrome-accented hood would remind you of an era when every detail mattered. The Gloria wasn't about raw speed or performance numbers, it was about dignity, comfort, and the quiet confidence that comes with refinement. As we look back at the story of the 1960 Nissan Gloria, it becomes clear that this was more than just a car. It was a statement of intent, a promise from Japan to the world that it could build cars that were not only practical but also desirable. It helped pave the way for the modern luxury cars we see today, from Lexus to Infiniti, and it showed that even in 1960, Japanese automakers were thinking big. So the next time you see a modern Nissan sedan or one of their premium models, remember that their journey into the world of luxury started right here, with the 1960 Gloria. It was the car that dared to dream beyond the ordinary and succeeded in creating something extraordinary. That's the full story of the 1960 Nissan Gloria, a car that combined elegance, innovation, and ambition in a way that changed the course of Japanese automotive history. Thank you for joining us on Car Show 1 for this journey into the past. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the cars that shaped the world. Until next time, keep your engines running and your passion for cars alive.